Hello, welcome to the video. Quite often, the focus of the mega-theropod obsession is the largest, strongest, and most iconic mega-theropods, or in other words, Tyrannosaurus. And if it's not Tyrannosaurus, it's usually Giganotosaurus or Spinosaurus. In this, the Power of series of videos, I want to look at what I guess you'd call more mid-tier mega-theropod dinosaurs. This is stuff like your Acrocanthosaurus, your Allosaurus anax, and the subject of this video, Tarbosaurus. This will be the same deal as the previous video on Giganotosaurus. We'll go over size, speed, and Biteforce based on whatever information I can gather, and assign a number out of 10. Said numbers are then added up to a total out of 30. And as you may have guessed, with Giga getting a score of 31.1 out of 30, yes, this can be exceeded. There is a 30 plus category on the tier list for a reason. Anyway, on with the video. For size, Tarbosaurus is more in the mid-tier of mega-theropod for size. Based on some calculations I did, the largest you could probably put Tarbosaurus is nearly 6.9 metric tons, which I'll talk about in a future video on Tarbosaurus size. Currently, however, a more realistic number based on calculations I did for a sizable Tarbosaurus specimen place it at 5 to 5.5 metric tons. For this, we'll meet in the middle and give it a size score of 5.25 out of 10. Not the worst score, but given the minimum you need to get mega-theropod status is 4, it could be worse. As for speed, Tarbosaurus, given its lighter build, probably ran faster than other larger theropod dinosaurs. Molina-Perez and Larramendi placed Tarbosaurus at 4.5 metric tons, 10 meters long, and 3 meters tall at the hip. For comparison, they placed T-Rex at 8.5 metric tons, 12.3 meters long, and 3.75 meters at the hip. Using Larramendi's speed formula, I calculated that a 5.25 metric ton specimen would have a maximum speed of 27.5 kilometers an hour. For comparison, that is over 5 kilometers faster than Giganotosaurus, and places Tarbosaurus at a speed score of 5.5 out of 10. Pretty fast for a mega-theropod. As for Biteforce, given Tarbosaurus is a relative of Tyrannosaurus, you could already imagine that despite Tarbo's smaller size, it will have a Biteforce that'll pack one hell of a crunch. And indeed, it does. Tarbosaurus was estimated in the same 2022 study mentioned in the Giganotosaurus video to have a comparable Biteforce to Acrocanthosaurus. This gives Tarbosaurus a Biteforce score of 18.77 out of 10, making it one of the hardest biting dinosaurs on this tier list, despite being a lot smaller than heavy hitters like Tyrannosaurus or Giganotosaurus. Overall, Tarbosaurus scores a total of 29.52 out of 30, making it slightly weaker in overall score than Giganotosaurus. It has a superior speed score, size and Biteforce score, but the main thing holding Tarbosaurus back is its size, so sadly, Tarbosaurus doesn't make it into the 30 plus tier. Given that, like T-Rex, there might have been some exceptionally large specimens, but unlike T-Rex we've yet to find them, perhaps in the future we could see Tarbosaurus in the 30 plus tier. The main problems that hold Tarbo back, besides the size, is that the skull is a lot thinner when viewed from the front, so binocular vision probably wasn't as good as Tyrannosaurus. On a more positive note, Tyrannosaurids were found in a 2019 study by Eric Snively and colleagues to be more agile than theropods of comparable mass. This is important because it means that Tarbosaurus, given its Biteforce and agility, probably could personify the saying float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. It's a predator that could be nimble while packing a bite rivaling animals that are 2 to 3 tons heavier than itself. In conclusion, Tarbosaurus is a strong mega-theropod that isn't in the 30 plus category, although if speed or weight estimates changed, it could easily be a 30 plus tier mega-theropod. Anyway, hopefully you like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you next time I upload.